my name is Liza and welcome back to my YouTube channel and your pick a card reading for Tara Spirit Messages for your 2024, your year ahead. This is going to be a really, I feel, powerful year, especially when looking at the astrology of things, which I want to do videos on that further down the road. But specifically for 2024, what I saw most was that Venus, which is the planet of love, never goes retrograde once. So this is a planet that's really going to be clear in terms of love, in terms of self-care, self-love, and things are going to go really forward and direct with our passions, beauty, aesthetics, abundance, financial things. So I'm really excited about that. But right now we have our 4 decks. Deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3, and deck number 4. These are 4 decks and also my favorite decks. So each one I feel has like something special to offer. So let's go ahead and do a meditation where we can take our time and really focus in on the energy of the deck that is calling to us. So go ahead, take a nice big deep inhale into the body. And exhale, let go. Clearing the mind. Knowing that all messages are good, that you have the control over your life, that anything that doesn't really resonate with you, you release, you let go, and only take the messages that do. And with that, go ahead and feel free to pick your deck. And I'll see you in your reading. Hey there, group number 1, and welcome to your spirit messages for 2024. I'm super excited you picked this deck. This is actually my favorite deck out of the 4. So you literally have picked my favorite deck, as well as we have the beautiful star, I believe this is quartz, starfish quartz, which again, absolutely love this stone. Great stone as well. So let's go ahead and move this to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Now, if my cat tries to get into the frame, it's kind of interesting because this is the Cat's Rule the Earth tarot deck. So if she comes in, it's just more of a sign. Whoop. All right. So this will be, oh, and there we go. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, as well as, okay, it kind of fell like this. I want to keep it here. Ooh, the 4 of Cups. You are into your finances for this year, and it's going to be financially new beginnings for you, group number 1. The Ace of Pentacles is this card of new financial beginnings, new investments, new things that you're planting the seeds for. And then we have the 4 of Cups, which talks about releasing sort of any scarcity mentality. As you can see, it's like, meh, cup half full. The cat's kind of like pushing a glass to the side. I also feel like in the 4 of Cups energy, it's almost like, I don't know, there's an energy of the 4 of Cups usually represents, you know, this feeling of apathy, this feeling of ugh. And for those of you who have cats and, you know, you've seen your cat kind of knock something over, this is the card that really tells you, hey, your cup is more full than you realize. This is more about your emotions, your mentality, but there is this energy maybe of frustration, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing you are letting that go with the cat you're releasing. It's like you are this cat. You are the person that's like, hey, I don't care. I want to take the risks. I want to plant my seeds. This is the year where finances, I really want to see clearly, or at least Spirit is saying finances is a good thing to focus on this year. So let's go ahead and shuffle. And also, you have the Lovers, which was up. I did not realize that, but we have the Lovers and I have to choose it because it was faced up. You have the Lovers card, which we're talking about romance. I said in the beginning that romance, I just have a gut feeling romance this year is going to be very clear. Venus doesn't go in retrograde, and what that means in astrology is it's a symbolism that when it comes to love, romance, self-care, things are pretty direct. Things are pretty clear. It even talked about, in terms of beauty, if you want to get that haircut, if you want to take that risk, if you want to really feel yourself, this is the time to do it. The Lover's card, and we have that Gemini energy here, is very much about bringing two aspects of yourself together, or it could be a very positive romance card, which means I really feel that romance, finances is going to be an incredibly, I want to say a transformative 2024, and you will be experiencing that. So keep your heart open to love. Release any feelings of like, oh, love, romance, I'm done, finances, that apathy or that frustration, and start to give it, you know what? Let me just have fun. If it doesn't work, then whatever. Let me just go for it anyway, especially if you feel you're starting at zero, right? For whatever reason, I got the idea of YouTube or Instagram followers just popped in my head, and everyone starts at zero. Everyone starts at the beginning. So it doesn't matter. You have nothing to lose, is what I'm saying. You have nothing to lose by sharing your story. You have nothing to lose by investing, creating those new beginnings. You have nothing to lose by going on that date or that romantic journey with someone. All right, let's pull a couple of more. The Empress, I'm telling you, either you're gonna, this is so good in terms of love and creativity. These are very good cards. Justice, okay. And the Four of Wands, okay. Which one are you getting married? Because you have the Lovers, the Empress, and the Four of Wands, plus Justice, which could be like a legal ceremony of some sort. I don't want to read too much into it, but I'm just going to say it. The Empress is a card that represents a mom. It represents marriage. It represents babies. As you can see, the Empress is here with her little baby kitten, and it's just absolutely adorable. It also represents divine feminine energy. So if you're like, no, I am definitely not looking for that right now, the Empress represents divine feminine energy. The Lovers represents masculine and feminine. So maybe it's a call from spirit to bring a little bit more into your sensitive side, your vulnerable side, your feminine side, if that resonates. And Justice, again, finding the balance in between. Lovers can also be a card where you're finding the balance in between. But on the other hand, I'm seeing legal marriage wedding ceremony, especially with this crown. I just feel like a veil of some sort. I'm seeing it play out before my eyes in my mind's eye, but it's this veil. And I just see like maybe some of you are planning a wedding this year. Maybe some of you are planning on going to, the court and having a civil ceremony. Maybe it will be spontaneous and you don't realize it. The Four of Wands, again, is a wedding marriage card. It's also a card that says, hey, all's well that ends well. As you can see, there are the two decks under. You also got the Lovers. The Empress is also very positive for love, nurturing, caring. It's also great in terms of work, manifesting creativity. And I do see you will be striking a balance this year. Spirit says, take care of you and release the idea of not enough and scarcity mindset in all areas of your life. Because this year you're going to get it in abundance especially in terms of love. You're going to be really tuning on into the balance. So we have the Justice card, which talks about what you put in is what you get, karmic cycles and things like that, and finding the balance in between. So it's almost like all of this good work and taking healthy risks into love and work will indeed pay off. Let's pull 3 more cards. New ideas. 10 of Cups. Guys, I don't know. I feel like it's marriage. Something with marriage, romance, love, because we also have the 10 of Cups. This is so exciting. I'm tearing up thinking about it, which is so odd. And I do think I'm picking something else up. But I think some of you will be really fulfilled, especially in romantic relationships, family relationships. I see maybe some of you having babies this year, which I'm super excited about. In terms of work, if you want to bring it to work, because right now I'm just seeing really happy family, as you can see in this 10 of Cups. This is like happy ending, wishes fulfilled. And it's a happy family. So it could be redefining love. It could be a sense of fulfillment on an emotional level. But I also am seeing weddings. I'm seeing whoever picks this deck is going to be wedding season for you. You have the Lovers, you have Empress, you have the Four of Wands, you have the 10 of Cups, you even have Justice, which talks about legal systems. What you put in is what you get. I also feel that works with relationships. What you give is what you get. So if you've been heartbroken in the past and you're like, I've never been the heartbrokey, now is your time to receive that love that you've been given. So that's pretty exciting. I don't want to go too much in relationships for this, but that's what Spirit's message is in terms of work and how this applies to work. Again, I see emotional fulfillment. I really truly see emotional fulfillment. I see certain plans ending in a really positive, happy ending kind of way, like all's well that ends well, and you're ready for those new beginnings. You're ready to plant those seeds. We also have the Aces. Again, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, new ideas, planting the seeds for monetary income, aha moments, inspiration, divine inspiration, especially when it comes to ideas, thoughts, mentality. Very, very incredibly exciting. Okay, so this is kind of the tarot messages. Let's go on into your oracle cards. So let's shuffle these. Spirit messages for group number 1 for 2024. I see there's something hidden. There's something deep in here. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Okay, here we go. Bottom card. Karmic relationships. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth. This is also a card that could represent conflict, but conflict in a healthy way. This is redefining what love and family means to you. It's so interesting because I do think 2024 does bring about a lot of energy in terms of love, relationships, self-love, finances, and also family, healing family patterns. I believe this is the first time that we'll begin to see, okay, maybe our ancestors, my parents, my grandparents did X, Y, and Z, but now is my time to say, I want it to be different. I want to do things different, especially with the Justice card, karmic relationships, Orion energy. This is so connected, which I find very, very interesting. But I do see that there will be soul growth and transformation in terms of relationships, especially. Let's pull this one. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus destiny life. This message could not be clearer, group number 1. It really could not be clearer. The fated life is what you were born into, what you were given. We're all given cards in a metaphorical sense. We're all given opportunities, but some of our opportunities are less than others. We're all given a place to be born. We're all given parents to some extent, and they all come in all different kinds of forms and all different kinds of backgrounds. And that we really can't control. But eventually we turn into the adult and we start to say, wait a minute, there is fated life, things that I was born into, things that I'm like, okay, this is the time period I was born in, or, the family I was born into. And then there's destiny life. Destiny life is what you can manifest. Destiny life is what you're like, but I can change this. I can change the fate in my own stars. I may have been born into a certain star pattern, but I can change the energy in it. So especially when it comes to your relationships this year, Spirit is saying you're going to learn a lot from what you don't want. And you are certainly going to be focusing on really fulfilling relationships, maybe soul family, what you do want, and manifesting that within yourself. Let's go ahead and pull an animal spirit card for you, group number 1. Nothing is wasted. My brother-in-law got this card. Nothing is wasted, vulture spirit. any energy, if you're like, oh, that was such a waste of my time, that relationship was such a waste of my time, or that job was such a waste of my time, nothing is wasted. You get so much. You learn so much, and it just adds. It just adds every time, and it continues to add. And it's very, very important that you take whatever you have learned from the past and really bring it into these new relationships, or this new chapter in your life, these new ideas, because I do see that there will be new chapters and this new year that we are embarking on in 2024. Let's pull a goddess card for you, group number 1, pulling this card. Goddess card, goddess energy for group number 1. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Aphrodite, feminine power. I embrace my sensuality and deepening my inner love. I seek the beauty in everything. There is some strong Aphrodite energy happening for you, group number 1. And I absolutely gotta say, I love you guys for it, because this is powerful stuff. This is super, super powerful stuff. Let's actually put Aphrodite over here. We'll put Vulture Spirit over here. Nothing is wasted. You have enough. You are enough. And any relationships that told you otherwise, this is your year. Spirit saying this is your year to heal that. Spirit saying this is your year to embrace love, to know that you can build something financially, to know you can build something personally, to build ideas like, oh, I have this inspiration, I really want to do this. Aphrodite is almost, if you know Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance. And I feel Aphrodite is the goddess of love, but she can also bring about such divine abundance as well. You have the Empress, you have Aphrodite. If you happen to maybe not identify with feminine energy, this is your time, Spirit is saying, to explore that, because it's going to take you far. If you're like, I am feeling this goddess energy, yes, this is what I needed to hear. Bravo, because this, again, it's going to bring you far. It's going to bring you deeper. I see you really stepping into your divine feminine power. I see you really growing and transforming in terms of love, self-love, personal relationships, and redefining, okay, this was what I was born into. These are the cards that I were dealt. These are the circumstances. Now, how am I going to run with it in a way that works and aligns with my soul? So there is your reading, group number 1. If you are curious and interested in having a one-on-one reading with me, that is in the bio, and all my YouTubers get the code YouTube25, and you can use it for a 25% discount. So I am super excited for your 2024. Spirit had beautiful messages for you, and I love it. Again, I said it's going to be a powerful year, and I feel like it is. For you, Spirit saying it's going to be a very transformative, loving, powerful year. So embrace that love, group number 1, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, group number 2, and welcome to your reading for messages that Spirit has for you. So we have Labradorite and the She-Wolf Tarot deck. I feel this deck is one of my favorites because it's very divine feminine driven. It's very strong. It's very grounded. You can even argue it's divine masculine, but Labradorite also is a protective stone. It's one of my favorite protective stones. It has this gorgeous reflective quality that reminds me of like a magical stream somewhere like in a forest. So I absolutely love Labradorite. And let's go ahead and dive on into the first card, which will represent more or less the energy that Spirit says 2024 is going to have. The Queen of Wands. Oof, oof, yes, yes, yes. Yes, with the Queen of Wands. Yes, with your bad self. Vibrant, strong. It's like, this is who I am. Look at her. She looks like a sun goddess. And I love also this deck, the She-Wolf. All of them are a little nudie, but you can't see anything, but they are a little nudie, kind of to be like vulnerable and empowered. And Queen of Wands talks about the energy of feeling empowered, feeling yourself, feeling vibrant, feeling like I am confident and I am who I am. And that's okay. I don't need to please anyone, which I love. Then we have the Page of Cups, which talks about, ooh, a beautiful, it could be a person or an idea, and the Two of Wands. Okay. I also, just one more, I just want to pull in the Hermit. Yes. All right. So if you are someone who is like, I am good on my own, I am my own soulmate first, I am not necessarily looking for romance or love, I'm looking for a sense of self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, this is your year for group 2 for 2024. Because with the Hermit, it talks about going on this solo journey. It talks about allowing yourself to be alone and be okay with being alone. The Queen of Wands is this energy of feeling confident and vibrant. So I do feel that this year, whether you are in an established bond or not, you are definitely going to be making peace with aspects of the self. And you're definitely going to be diving deeper into self-love. I do also see in the Page of Cups and the Two of Wands that there is some creative energy bubbling up in terms of what you wish to create. A lot of creative ideas, a dreaminess about you. So I do see that in terms of dreams, ideas, you're setting the stage for your life, for yourself, and for your goals ahead. I do see in the Two of Wands that you're going to start going on that journey in terms of goals and dreams, becoming that person, and also surround yourself with people who are like, hey, dream big, go for it, and things like that. So let's go ahead and pick 3 more cards. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, ooh, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. I promise I shuffled. It's like one after the other in terms of pentacles. So yeah, I definitely see an energy of you are your own boss this year. You're going to be feeling like your own boss. You're going to be feeling yourself. This talks about independent financial wealth in the 9 of Pentacles. It talks about independent financial security. And along with the Hermit, it's like I'm hearing the INDEPENDENT song. Like I really feel that you are going to find a sense of self. And group number 2, amazing for you, because when you find a sense of self, when you find a sense of, I know myself, I am my own soulmate, I know my worth, everyone and everything around you, the universe clears a path for that truth and that power and that authenticity. So I do see your spirit really telling you to embrace that if it isn't already bubbling up. But if that's something that's new and you're like, I didn't look at it like that, 2024 is calling to you to really embrace that confident, I am me, I am who I am. And that goes for if you're in an established bond or if you're single. It's really important to always connect with the self first. And if you feel like a little bit out of balance of like, I may have lost aspects of myself, Spirit is saying this is the year where you're really going to find that and it's really going to come back to you. In the King of Pentacles, there's a sense of grounded maturity and stability, and things are really coming along in terms of finances and abundance. So if you're worried about money, don't. Because I do see as you work hard, as you are more confident in yourself, as you really pave the way and organize a path for your dreams, money will come. Money will just come. You and the Knight of Pentacles is a reminder in these moments when you tend to feel like, you know, are things going to be okay? Is it going to be okay in terms of finances? Knight of Pentacles is saying patience and hard work. One step at a time, patience and hard work, one step at a time, because it's going to come to you tenfold. I feel you're going to have a very abundant year, possibly an abundant life, as long as you work hard, you take it one step at a time and continue to know your worth and know your value. Let's go ahead and pick an oracle card for you. Group number 2. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. I love that because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. I just feel it. I feel that it's almost like, you know, for those of you who understand like the time of Destiny's Child, even Beyonce now, it's this energy of, you know what, anything unaligned must go. I am walking out. This is my moment. I'm coming out. I'm just feeling very grounded in myself. So you are lifting the veil. You're beginning to question everything in terms of your own self-worth. Does this really work for me? Is this best for my journey? Is this best for me at the end of the day? What fills my cup? What's good for me? And if you're someone who gives a lot, group number 2, Spirit is saying, let that go in 2024 and focus on that self-love. Lift the veil. Let's pull an animal card for you. This one's calling to me. Ooh, groundhog spirit. Time to let go. In groundhog spirit, time to let go. Also, the number is 31. So I don't know if that number resonates with you, or 3 or 1. But groundhog spirit's telling you it's time to let go. Oh, I also love how it's holding a little heart. I just feel self-love is the theme for you. Self-love, finances, and solo journey, solo self-love. Again, it doesn't matter. Sometimes, especially if you've been in an established bond, sometimes we forget like, oh, but I believe in self-love. I love myself. But it's like, even if you love your partner, you love your kids, sometimes it's good to just have those moments where it's just you. I feel like that happens for a lot of women in their late teens, early 20s, unless you're a woman who's always been in and out of relationships since the teens. But it's good to ask yourself, when was the last time you took yourself out on a date or did something just for you, or went out with the girls and it was like a girls or guys time? That's really important. It's time. It's time to let go of the fears, the insecurities, the what ifs, and really step on into your confident power. Let's go ahead and pull a goddess. This card is calling to me very strongly. Or is it this? Which one? This. Okay, this. Ooh, Melete, flowing. Movement is medicine. Take time to move energy around your body and reconnect to your ki. Ooh, I see that. Yoga, dance. I'm going to pull this card just because it was calling to, what did I say? Pele. I love this card. Regeneration. Face your shadow. And Pele, for those of you who do not know the mythology of the Hawaiian goddess Pele, is, I'm getting the chills. Very divine, confident, divine, fiery. Like, this is who I am. Don't mess with me. Don't disrespect me. This is who I am. So I feel like there's going to be an energy between the two goddesses flow. There's going to be an energy of really harnessing your ki, your inner fire, your inner energy, and going for it, lifting the veil, letting go, and really finding this confidence. Spirit is really telling you whatever doesn't serve you, whatever is really weighing your confidence down, it's time to let go of that and embrace that Queen of Wands, Pele, Melete energy of a self and soulful journey and a self-love journey. So that is your reading, group number 2. I truly love it. I love the very strong, powerful energy that Spirit is telling you is really going to come up for 2024 for you. And I feel like you should run with it. Go for it. And if you wish to book a one-on-one reading with me, feel free to click the link below. I have all my services, and all YouTubers or my YouTube peeps, you get 25% off your first one-on-one reading with me. So feel free to check it out, especially if it's something that is calling to you to do for your new year, gain clarity, insights, and messages. So with that, group number 2, I thank you so much for joining me, and have an amazing rest of your day, night, your week, or weekend. I will see you next time. Bye for now. Hey there, group number 3, and welcome to your Pick a Card Tarot reading. You chose the African Tarot deck. Like I said in the beginning, these are all my favorite decks, and you chose out of these 4, my second favorite deck. The artistry for these cards are absolutely so beautiful. This was accompanied by an Amazonite crystal. Amazonite is the card of entrepreneur, it's the card of travel, it's the card of truth and speaking your truth. So I'm super excited. It was also one of my favorite stones to work with in the beginning of my wellness career. So I'm super excited to see what Spirit has for you in terms of your messages. Let's go ahead and pick the first card that represents the energy of 2024. And this just came flying on out. So let's see what it is. Ooh, Knight of Cups. So we have this dreamy romantic energy that's coming on in for your themes in 2024, what Spirit has to say. We have the Queen of Swords talking about truth, reality. I love that. Okay, let's go on into the Moon. All right. I gotta pick this one. Let's pull the Lovers. Okay. And then let's pull this card, Ace of Pentacles. This is reminding me a lot of group number 1's reading. The energy is similar. So if you are called to group number 1 or this group, or you're a little bit of both, I'm not surprised because I'm sensing that the energy is very similar. But for the Knight of Cups, it talks about the dreamer, the romantic, the messenger of romance and dreams. And I feel that it's more of a Pisces energy. It's more of an artist type energy. It's an energy that's like, let's get creative, let's dream big, let's get lost in a romance. It's the card that's like, let's just take a flight to a romantic island or to a romantic city like Paris or Italy because we can, you know? So it has that beautiful kind of energy. And then you have the Queen of Swords, which I love. It grounds the Knight of Cups because the Queen of Swords speaks about nurturing the truth, nurturing the truth, nurturing yourself with the truth, being real. This is very Virgo energy. Yes, the Queen of Swords can get a bit critical. So this is a great question to ask yourself. Am I more the Knight of Cups or am I more the Queen of Swords? Do I get critical with myself or do I tend to get lost in the sauce in terms of fantasy and romance? Am I a little bit of both? Because in the next card, we have the Moon, which is a card about illusion. Sometimes our feelings can, in a sense, discolor the reality of the situation is the best way I can put it. So the Moon, as you can see, there are these 2 dogs looking up at the moon and they don't see a lobster coming up out of the water that can bite their tails. And I also feel the Moon is one of my favorite cards, even though it's seen as a dark card or a warning card. I do believe it is a card that talks about illusions, to be mindful of what feelings are getting clouded or clouding the reality of the situation. But I also feel in the Moon card, there is a sense of a call to listen to your intuition in terms of discernment, in terms of, okay, what is really happening, what's the truth versus what is just kind of the illusion. And I find that very interesting because you have the Knight of Cups and you have the Queen of Swords. Knight of Cups easily can get lost in the sauce, easily can get lost in the emotions of things. But the Queen of Swords is like, yeah, but what's real? What's the truth? What's real? Then you have the Lovers. So Lovers, of course, it's pretty self-explanatory. It could be talking about a love life, a romantic interest. Are you someone that, runs at the first hint of romance, or are you someone that tends to fall in love so easily that you don't look at the practical matters and the grounding foundation? Are you a hopeless romantic that builds your home on sand or your relationship on sand, which tends to be a softer foundation, a harder foundation to work with? Are you someone that is not letting love in at all? You're very discerning. You're like, why'd you get me flowers? What'd you do? That kind of energy, which can be the Queen of Swords. In a balanced way, with the 2 of them working together, you have someone that can easily fall in love and take a step back and really kind of look at the truth of the situation, the reality, knowing that nothing is truly perfect. Nothing is truly in alignment all the time. There are moments where you have to give and you have to receive. So I guess what I'm saying is feel free to build your house on a nice high foundation, but don't be afraid for it to look over the ocean and have a beautiful view. You can have both. And that's what I'm hearing Spirit tell you. Be careful with, the illusions of life, but that doesn't mean you can't have both by going for either reality or the dream. You can have both, and you can have that in romance as well. But this is also about yoking those 2 aspects together, the reality and the fantasy coming together. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which talks about a financial new beginning. So it could be, to be honest, not just a relationship card, but a work card. Do we tend to get lost in the sauce when it comes to our fantasies and dreams for our work? Or do we tend to be so overly critical of our work that we never allow ourselves to have fun with it or move forward or just enjoy what we do? So the moon is saying, be mindful of how emotions cloud the reality of the situation. It isn't necessarily how it appears or how it seems. What would be healthy is possibly the balance in between as they spun in a crazy way. All right, let's pull a couple of more cards. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay. The Tower. Okay. The Page of Wands, and then the Ten of Swords. Okay. So messages for 2024 for group number 3 also kind of speaks about an energy of, when it comes to finances, I see a new endeavor. I see things, if you're planning on opening a business or some sort of work, I feel it being very profitable, but there are some things that have to crumble, that have to be let go of, that have to end before you can start this new journey. There are some, and I just feel maybe some narratives that don't serve you anymore, relationships that don't serve you anymore, where it's time to release and let that go for everything to fall in order for things to be built again on the solid foundation. I keep hearing that. The spirit, I'm really build things on solid foundation. It doesn't mean there can't be romance and fun, but there is an energy of there needs to be a balance of the two. And it's very easy for us to care and be so practical and so safe, or completely like just abandon all sense of reality and self. And that can also be a little bit reckless. I feel both can be reckless in their own way, whether you want to be safe all the time or whether you want to constantly, be in a stage of risk. There is some place in between where we're risking, but it's healthy risk. Then we have the Ten of Swords, as well as the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, again, a very dreamy card, wanderlusty card, adventurous spirit, willing to see what the next stage holds. And the Ten of Swords with the Tower talks about, again, things needing to fall apart. So Spirit is saying, don't be afraid or worried if things completely seem to fall apart. It's so that they can come together for you, especially if you tend to feel defeated at times. Temperance, find the balance in between. Find the balance in between, my beautiful, my beautiful group number 3 is like, find the balance in between. I'm actually going to put that right here, in between the Tower and in between the Swords. I do think certain things fall apart in order for things to come together. There's a song by Selena Gomez that says, I need to lose you to love me. And that song also came up in my head. I also am very big on that with when certain songs or themes come up. It's okay to lose certain things in order to propel in your work, in your career, in your relationships, in your sense of self, in your growth. So I do see things falling apart so that things can come back together, stronger and healthier. Let's go ahead and pull an animal spirit for you. The animal spirit that 2024 is calling to you. Oh, the grasshopper. Take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. Again, I truly feel in the grasshopper spirit that I'm talking about, or it's specifically talking to those who tend to just be in a space of over criticism and not wanting to take a leap because things have fallen apart, because things, can be painful, you can feel defeated. But again, I do believe Spirit is saying those things are they just happen. They happen in life, and you can take them as opportunities to build. Those can be a part of your solid foundation, group number 3. So as painful as those moments can be, allow them to happen and grow from that space. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for a message. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make time. Make love, or turn love, or make love to life, or bring love to life. Oof, I love it. And she just seems like she's on that journey, like the Venusian energy. It says make love to life. I feel like it's like bring love or make love come alive, maybe. But there is that energy right there. I just feel take a leap of faith, bring love to life. Now with the Oracle cards kind of coming into play, I do feel that I really want to say if you tend to be critical and there's someone in your life that you're not sure of, or you're a little like, hey, I don't want to get my heart broken again. I don't want things to fall apart to come back together. I'm not into that. I don't have time nor energy for that. I need solid foundation and safety and security. And I do think safety and security will be one of the themes of 2024 for you. But I also think you can't have safety and security all the time if it comes to really passionate endeavors and things that are worthwhile. I don't know if that may be a controversial or like an unpopular opinion, but I do believe eventually one has to take a risk to grow. Even if it's a little baby risk, like grasshopper spirit is like, take the leap. I do believe that you will have to take some risks, especially if it's worthwhile, especially if it's a dream that's worthwhile. Let's go into goddess energy, group number 3. Oh, okay. So we have power. We have power. We have Meve, the goddess Meve. Be in awe of yourself and the strength it has taken you to get here and now. Be in awe of yourself and the strength it has taken you to get here and now. I really love this energy that's coming up. I so have been there where I want to close myself off to any sort of pleasurable thing in terms of work opportunities or friendships or romances, or even like going out on a Friday night to have fun, because I have been sick of disappointment. I have been sick of the idea of things falling apart to come back together. But I do really feel Spirit is saying, no, this is a part of your journey. Be in awe of yourself. Be in awe of yourself and the strength it has taken you to get to the here and the now. I do believe that you are powerful, that you are critical, that you are like, hey, this is what it truly is. And that's beautiful. But I also think it's okay to be in awe, to let love in, to take the leap of faith, to find the balance in between. That's the energy I'm more getting as we went on in the reading. If you are someone who is like, love and happiness and fantasy, then take the leap of faith in terms of grounding, in terms of, all right, I'm going to take the risk on myself and the safety that's needed. And you are worthy of building things on solid foundation, on solid ground. And you are worthy of building your dreams on solid ground and solid foundation. So with that, group number 3, this was your reading. Very powerful energy. I do believe that you are going to have to surrender to the sweetness that will come with 2024, but you will also have to reckon with the reality, and that could also be the reality of letting love in, taking the leap of faith and understanding that part of the growth, part of the evolution is letting things fall apart so they can come back together and you can be in awe of yourself as you come back stronger. So with that, I thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in a one-on-one reading with me, feel free to click the link below. You will go immediately to my website and services, and I offer 25% off to all my YouTubers. So feel free to click the link and use the discount code for my YouTube clients. So with that, I will see you next time. Bye for now. So welcome, group number 4, to your reading. You have chosen the Moon Goddess Tarot deck with a rose quartz heart. Like I said, the Venusian energy for this year is very, very strong. So I'm super excited to see what Spirit, the messages Spirit has for you. Let's go ahead. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the Fool. Oh, very, very deep energy. Very, very deep energy. And if you hear a little bit of tapping in the background, we just had a snowstorm and I think our neighbors are trying to get the ice off something. So forgive that. But let's go ahead on into your reading. The Seven of Swords gives me the energy of dishonesty, deceit, betrayal, illusions coming to light. That is something that will definitely be a theme. I feel in every year it's a theme. You always learn something new. There are always certain illusions that come to light or secrets that may come out. It also can be the energy of you allowing yourself to be the thief, the cunning one. It's a little bit of an Aladdin type energy in the positive side of the reading, because you may be in a situation where you need to be stealth and you need to slowly but surely make your exit or your plan of action. This can also be a card that states, be aware that dishonesty may be around you and that may come to light. The Four of Wands cards talks about some sort of a completion, a new beginning. It's also a wedding card, a marriage card. It's a card that represents plans coming to fruition, plans coming together and to fruition. And then you have the Fool, which is the first card of the tarot deck, and it talks a little bit about the energy of starting the journey, taking the leap of faith. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more clarity on these messages. Okay, we have the Tower, we have the Five of Wands, okay, and then we have the Ace of Cups. We have this energy of the Seven of Wands that speaks a little bit about needing stealth, or there's an element of dishonesty or illusion. Then you have the Tower, which talks about things falling apart to come back together, taking that risk. Five of Wands talks about conflict and competition, and the Ace of Cups talks about love. I do feel this energy may be the energy that if things fall apart, if things seem like it's messy, or it's a messy situation that you may have found yourself in, because that's literally what I got when these cards came out. It's like the Ace of Cups and Four of Wands is so positive. The Fool's like a new beginning, very much a new beginnings, but it's also the energy of things falling apart, having a bit of conflict, and the elements of dishonesty and stealth and a little bit of that illusion is coming up for 2024. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you, group number 4. Baby steps, okay. And surrender to the sweetness. All right. So we have baby steps, surrender to the sweetness. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more. Cards are calling to me. We have double mission, okay. And we have you're not alone. Yeah, group number 4. If you find yourself to be having a more challenging time, if you already feel like there was residual energy from this past year that has kind of spilled into the next year, or maybe it's something that's coming up where you're realizing there are some truths and things that need to fall apart in order to start your new beginning, I do feel that that is what Spirit is calling to you, at least in terms of what the cards are saying. The cards are saying it's okay for things to fall apart. It's okay for the truth to be revealed. It's okay for things to fall apart so you can begin again, so you can start the path forward. It's okay to disagree and have arguments and realize that person or those people may have not been in your corner. Like I said in the beginning, Venusian energy is very good at weeding out anyone that isn't for your love, anyone that isn't for love and care and nurturing energy, fake friends, fake romances. And I'm seeing this. I'm seeing like things come to light, things falling apart, but also I do see an opportunity for a new beginning, for better friends, for healthier relationships, to clear or clean the slate so that things can come to you in a healthier way, in a more aligned way. in baby steps, it says action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. This is also a card that goes really well with the Fool. What I love about this deck and this Oracle card deck, the Tarot deck and the Oracle card deck, is it's the same artist. So as you can see, it's similar colors for the Fool. It's very much Fool-like energy. So there will be a new path you are going on. Take your time, baby steps. There's also this energy of double mission. Light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So again, I do see an elimination or reckoning with people that aren't on your side. But remember, you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. There are going to be people, again, in your corner, spirits in your corner. You're not alone. There are loving people around you. There are people that care about you, group number 4. There is love. It's just a matter of getting really clear on who has your best intentions. And that's what I'm really seeing. I also do feel that there is a clash of energies here. The love, the self-love, the surrendering to the sweetness. The Ace of Cups talks about outpouring of love. But there's also an energy that's like, we're going to clear away anything that isn't in alignment. And it may be rough, group number 4. It may be intense. It may be abrasive. But it's the healthiest thing for you because it's honest. It's honest and it's clear. You are on this double mission. You are a light worker, a starseed. There are 2 aspects of yourself where you need to serve the world by just being you, by just allowing yourself to come as you are, to relationships, to work. Don't try to be someone else. I do see that you're not alone, that you have a community, and it's okay to surrender to the sweetness, the good things, even if you feel like I'm having a rough time at it. It's going to be, I think sometimes the universe pushes us into corners or situations where we find out who matters most and who really loves us and who really is in our corner. And that's when the true love comes up and happens. So I am seeing that energy, group number 4. Okay, let's pull. We have Seahorse. Watch and wait. This is such a what is it, an ominous kind of reading. Watch and wait. I think in Seahorse energy, it is saying, be you, do you, but just let action speak louder than words with Seahorse spirit. Let things manifest. Watch and wait. Don't try to find out what it is. Let actions speak louder than words. It will become very clear. If you are worried about, again, I said in the beginning, if you're worried about fake friends, fake relationships, anyone that's not for you this year, that's going to get cleared out. That's definitely going to get cleared out, and you're going to learn very quickly who's for you. Let me pull out another animal card for you. Oh, dolphin spirit. This and that are true. That has been your theme for this reading, group number 4. It's these 2 clashes of energy, and both can be real. The painful stuff and the beautiful stuff. The lies and the truths. Those who are on your side, those are who are for you, and those that you're like, you know what? They're not. I am lovable, and yet not everyone has to like me. This and that are true, right? I am lovable, but I'm not for everyone. This and that are true. So I do see that in the dolphin spirit. Also, if you're into numerology, we have 20 and we have 53. So let's go ahead and pull a goddess oracle card for you. What is the goddess that is calling to you right now? Ooh, I accidentally pulled 2. And I think, you know what? You're going to need it. There is this clash of energies coming together. And it almost feels like a stormy kind of energy. So I will definitely call on these 2 cards. We have Elios, which is generosity. Give and you shall receive. You also have Sekhmet, forgiveness. Acknowledge the hurt and allow yourself to ascend. Sekhmet and Elios. This, again, I really feel in terms of forgiveness, in terms of being generous with your love, but not overly generous to people who don't deserve it. I truly think that this year will become quite clear for you, for those around you, to understand and to go through a sense of a healing process with honoring that, yes, this and that, watching and wait, allowing people to show their true colors. So group number 4, definitely watch and wait. If there is anyone around you that you may feel like, this is a little interesting, this is a bit of a red flag kind of energy, allow things to fall apart and don't fear it, and just let things come back together naturally. Let yourself experience sweetness, any sort of sweetness you find, anyone that lifts you up, trust that, know that that's where you need to be, the love. But when it comes to inauthenticity or people that may not be really in your corner or may not love you for you, those are the people that you can just watch and wait and just let go, because the universe is going to handle all of that for you. So don't even worry about it. You stay strong. You stay in your generous heart, your loving heart, your compassionate heart, your forgiving heart. The rest will fall into place. Embrace that beautiful, loving energy and that power. Surrender to the sweetness, group number 4, and everything else is going to be beautiful and fall into place for you. So with that is your reading. And if you are interested in a one-on-one reading with me, feel free to click the link below to my services, and you will receive also a YouTube 25, which is the code for your discount for 25% off your first reading on any of the readings. With that, I thank you again for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.